Hi guys, it's Christina Alexa, and welcome to Mantra Medicine. I'm really excited to start this process together. This is our welcome video, so it might be just a hair longer than the following videos that are instructional for us, but I really wanted to get us off the ground on the right foot. I know that some of you are experienced in chanting japa mantra and some of you are not. Some of you have talked to me in the background, which is really wonderful. I just want you to know that you don't need to have any experience at all to do this. That's exactly what this is about. It's about having an experience with a lot of support and instruction. And you can reach out to me anytime through the Facebook group. You can text me, you can message me, you can email me, etc. And you can talk to one another as well. So before we go any further, we'll do a really brief centering together. So just rock back on your sit bones. This is our opportunity to open and create this sacred container, because this truly is a journey that we will go on together, and perfection does not have to be part of it. Practice does not make perfect. Practice is about presence, so we'll become more and more present. So as you rock back on your seat a little bit, lift through the ribs, relax your shoulders, the muscles of your face. Like me, if you have glasses on, you might want to take them off and allow for a nice deep, even breath. Take the breath in with the throat chakra, Vishuddha. Bring it all the way down to the belly, to the second chakra, to the root. Allow the belly to expand with the breath, and the chest, the Anahata chakra. And on your exhale, relax the chest, pull the belly button in, ground down with gravity a little bit, lift up. This practice will most certainly open third eye and crown energies. And please take a moment to feel what draws you here. What draws you to this practice? Is it curiosity? Do you need some help right now? Are you ready to go to a new level with something? Do you feel a sense of adventure? Or all of the above? Or something else? Okay, when you're ready, just open your eyes. We'll have a group that we do on Wednesday night. So Wednesday night, the 12th, if you can come live, and we'll be able to do a little bit of sharing together. It will be instructional, and it will be, again, welcoming. But if you can't make it, I really want to enhance that process with this video. The moment we become present and we set an intention, or it's a feeling intention, is the moment that the container that ritual creates allows embodiment to happen. And so we always want to consciously step over that threshold or within it. So Ata, the present moment, now is not just, oh, I'm going to be aware in the present moment of what is, almost 2 or 3 dimensionally. It's a luminous space of understanding and moving beyond the ego mind. When you are practiced, you can drop in really easily. If this is new to you, that's part of what this will do. So japa mantra chanting moves us beyond the ego mind and personality, which is such a creative construct, almost playful construct of our humanity, but also feels a lot of pain, right? And the wound lives there and all the things. It's really healthy to get perspective and move beyond the ego mind and honor it and acknowledge it through that process. So no formal experience needed. And if you have never experienced this before, I remember when I was first chanting japa, it was the medicine for me that got me to understand that here I am in my living entity, my being, my experience, my humanity, from within, and through expansion, I learned how to cross that rainbow bridge to source energy. And that is where you truly never feel alone. So no matter what you're going through in your life, that is available to us at all times. And people find it in different ways. This is one. This is just one way. Okay. So what you can expect if you've never chanted before, if you haven't chanted very often, you might have a busy mind. Your mind might try to talk to you. It may get critical of what you're doing. You may feel silly. You may feel distracted. You may get impatient. You may feel like you need a little bit of more stimulation because we live in that kind of a world. So if you expect that and you go, oh, that's me, the larger awareness of me coming face to face with the ego mind and the restlessness of the ego mind. And we have to honor that, go, haha, I see you, I love you, you're great. Let's refocus on the mantra. When you first start chanting mantra, it may feel mechanical, that's normal. As you relax and surrender into the mantra, and you learn the pronunciation and you get past the mechanics, the chant will start to chant through you. Don't look for it. Don't try to make it happen. Just stay with the repetition in an unhurried way. Okay, and again, we'll talk about our first mantra, which is a classic mantra, and it is a great place to start. Energetic hygiene. So hopefully everybody has a set of mala beads. I just sent a set of these Moontide malas out to Christina from New Jersey. She's a retreat leader, and said, oh my gosh, because it went out today, it won't get there till Friday. Do you have something to chant on? And she says, yeah, I have another set, I think, but until Friday. But you know what? I could take a piece of twine and tie 108 knots in it. And I went, what a fabulous idea. So, you can figure something out, or you can count if you really need to, which can be a little distracting. Now, I'm going to tell you about the traditional ways in which I was taught and what evolved for me, but you are in charge of your own ritual space. Again, ritual is just the container. It's what do I do in ritual? Oh, I come into a space where I'm going to chant mantra. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to get present. I'll breathe. Maybe I burn a little sage. Maybe I smudge. What is my hygiene to release the day, the world, and become present? So whatever helps you cross that threshold. But let's talk for a minute about your malas. This is your sacred object. This is for you. It's really great if you can not have anyone else chant on your mantra. I'm not going to burn this too much because I'm in Premashala right now and I really don't want to set off any smoke alarms. I just want a little bit of sage smoke. One thing I always do with a new strand is I just like to run it through the smoke, the sage smoke, I go from left to right and then forward and back. And for me, it's very much a ritual of, and I might go back the other way, of working with the 4 directions, working with honoring this. I've already done this, so I'm just sort of illustrating right now. This is just my way of dedicating. It's one way of dedicating the mantras or the malas, right? So that they're yours. There are many different types of malas. There are Rudraksha seeds and tulsi and sandalwood and bone. And there are these gemstones that Moontide Malas uses that carry all different resonances. I'm going to use these because my friend Erin made them and they're so beautiful. I love them so much. Once I smudge and dedicate the malas, I may do a prayer, again, which I've already done, and you might do, of intention, something earnest that means something to you. You may offer your malas up and tap them on the earth. So this is for you to create. Feel into it, what works for you. I always kiss my malas 3 times. When I take them off my neck and when I put them back on or put them on the altar. The technique, before we even talk about the mantra, the technique is your right hand, my right hand, doesn't matter if you're lefty or righty. You may learn something different somewhere else, change it up if you need to, but again, I'll teach you how I was taught. The middle finger is the finger that you want to drape the malas over, and you're going to use your thumb to move each bead. So this bead, I call it the main big bead on your malas. We don't cross over after the end of one round. If you're doing a second round, you're going to spin the malas around. We'll talk about that week 2. But you start just past that, we'll call it the guru bead, the knowledge, the wisdom, we'll just call it the star bead, whatever you want to call it. I hold the remainder of my malas at just above the navel, and I keep my right hand close to my heart or out away from my heart chakra. So we're really focusing on the upper chakras. The lower chakras are beautifully grounded. They are what keep us anchored here. And a lot of human experience goes through all of our energy centers. You don't have to know what a chakra is. When you chant, you will say the mantra, close your eyes, center, put your thumb on the first bead, and you will say the mantra while your thumb is there. Wait until the mantra is completely done before you advance to the next bead. Place your thumb on the next bead. You just pull the beads along with your thumb. The trick with mantra chanting is to allow the mind to do whatever it wants to do, to get impatient, but then to not indulge the mind. Stay with a steady, slow pace. You should be able to breathe through each mantra, and don't rush. Go to the next, go to the next. So it's okay to work on technique at first. It's okay to be like, am I pronouncing this right? Don't worry, you will be fine. As long as you're just carrying that intention of the mantra, which we'll learn. So when you get to the end, we're doing 1 round per day. It doesn't really take as long as you might think. And then if you were inspired to do more than 1 round, especially if you, this is part of your normal practice, and you're like, I'm just not done, I'm starting to cook. Then you take the malas off your hand and you flip them around so you don't cross over that main bead, and you start your second round. Some mala strands have counters on them, and you can move these little, these don't, but that would be a request of mine for Erin to put counter beads on these, on some of them, to move the bead. You could keep track of how many rounds you do. When you're complete, you can hold the malas in one hand and you can rest and breathe and feel the effect of the mantra. All kinds of things can happen when we're chanting. We don't know what they're going to be, but guaranteed at a certain point, especially as you go into 2 and 3 rounds over the weeks per day, per sitting, you will start to really allow the chant to chant through you. So there's nothing contrived, nothing forced. You just find the rhythm. It may become sing-song-like. You may sing the mantra, right? It's what comes through on the current. These mantras, the reason we chant in Sanskrit, and you'll get it really fast if you just stay with the repetition, it's because Sanskrit is the one of the original written or documented languages, one of the oldest languages that we know in humanity. So imagine for a moment that through all of time, we understand time as a construct of this human experience, but through all of our time, these mantras have been chanted in the same language with the same intention. This creates a current. We know all about that because if you have a lot of people in the room singing the same song, the energy gets amplified, right? If you have a lot of people through time with the same earnest heart, moving from human experience to source energy on a current of intention, that mantra creates its own force. You are inviting that force to work on you any way that that works for you in a safe and sacred way. You say so, right? So I don't want to say too much about it because I really want you to have your own experience, and then I would love to be able to get together each week on a live Zoom and talk about it. And if you can make it, the first one's on a Wednesday night because that's our kickoff. The proceeding ones will be on Tuesday nights because that's the last day of our mantra week. And that's our time to share about what did we experience? Do we want to have a meditation together, etc. Our first mantra is tried and true, and it is the first one in which we ask ourselves to surrender. And a lot of you may know this mantra very well. It is a mantra in which we say, ego, mind, and personality, let's surrender for a second and create some opening and some perspective to remember our source self, our source energy. So we're gonna surrender down low, let it go, and we're gonna let source energy in, which means, what does that mean to you? Higher self? Does it mean God? Does it mean divine energy? That's for you to determine. And so the English translation of the mantra that we will do is, thy will be done, not mine. But remember that thy is not something outside of you that you're not a part of. Thy is down through and the expanded you that is divine and part of all of creation, right? So it is the you that is part of God, the you that creation is, the you that is source energy and your soul, which, by the way, may be trying to get through, and maybe sometimes has to be set back on its heels because we're too busy with life, right? Managing life. So we're opening the door and saying, thy will be done, not mine. That is also when we put down our heavy burdens. In every religion across the spectrum, doesn't it talk about that? In every spiritual path, doesn't it talk about there is a way to put down the heavy burden and ask for help, even when you feel really alone, especially when you feel really alone. I know from the depth of my experience, no one can ever dissuade me otherwise. I know what it feels like. I know how to do it. And this is part of the medicine that gets me there when I really can't get out of my own way, or when I just want to go into that deep beauty. So I don't want to put too much on it, because you could have a very like mechanical experience for a few days or half a session or whatever. So it will be what it is for you. In Sanskrit, and I'll spell it out in the Facebook group, in the email, and WhatsApp. Here's how we say the mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om, as in O-M. Namo, N-A-M-O. Bhagavate, like ba, like a little sheep, ba, ga, va, te, Bhagavate. Vasu, V-A, Vasu, day, as in daylight. That's the phonetic, not the meaning. Devaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So when we chant on the beads, I'm not going to move my beads because I don't want to start a round without finishing it. I'm just going to say the chant. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thy will be done, not mine. Meditate on that for, a few moments before you start. And then you don't even really have to know exactly what it means for you, because the current will come through and show you. Sometimes I end up in a pool of tears. Sometimes I end up really filled with joy. Sometimes I end up just feeling peaceful. Sometimes after japa mantra chanting practice, I'll move about my day and something will just crack and open for me, and I'll be like, oh my God. Sometimes just all the support in the universe suddenly starts flowing. This is a time of great manifestation for us. We're in a great portal. I don't know if anybody looked up the Lion's Gate. I'm not huge into astrology. I love it. What I mean is I don't claim to be an expert. I haven't studied it as in depth as others, but I pay attention, and I tend to intuitively, like many of us, feel the forces of what's going on, and astrology will then just sort of validate it. So we are coming to the other side of the Lion's Gate portal. We're in a full solar eclipse. It's a very auspicious time to let go a lot of what we don't need and to begin and to receive. So if we can cross this threshold in a sacred way, consciously, we don't know what's going to happen, but something will. Okay? So when you're done with your chanting, if you want to wear your malas because it feels good, you can put them back around your neck, or you can place them on your altar. If you don't have an altar, you can create a little special shelf or altar space in your house. You can have a special pouch. You might wrap your malas in a fabric or drape them on a statue, whatever it is for you. Know that you're very open on the other side of your practice. And so really place yourself in that beautiful container of you. This morning in our yoga practice, which is Tuesday when I'm making this video, we did so much myofascial release and so much sacred sweet opening. And that at the end, we really put ourselves in, the outer edges of our own energetic field. We could see through, breathe through, expand through, but maybe on the outside we put some mirrors. So whatever's, we visualize with intention. So whatever's coming in for us, whoever's coming at us, whatever's coming at us gets reflected back to itself. That's one little intentional imagining that you can do that might help. Let me see if there's anything else for us. This is about a 20-minute video. It's a little longer than I intended. We will talk about the meaning of, 108. There are 108 beads here, but not right now. Right now is to have an experience. So at some point today, take your beads, chant your mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and that's it. Let it go. You could do it right before bed. You could do it right when you wake up or sometime during the day. Hold yourself in a beautiful space. And then we will meet, hopefully, if you can come Wednesday night, I'll record it and I'll post it so that you can watch the recording if you choose or listen to it. Okay? Love you all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming together in sacred community. And ancestors, Great Spirit, we are so blessed. We're so blessed to find the threads in this increasingly chaotic world, in this time where there's a lot of interference. Please help us to find each other and to raise our vibration in a beautiful and real, practical and grounded way. And to have this help us to remember that there really is only one power, and that is love. I know that as we say this for ourselves, it is true and it is so. And as we honor ourselves, we honor one another and all of our ancestors and relations. We give such thanks. Blessings.